Welcome back to the Monday Motivation Podcast. No more excuses. Yes, I am your host, Sandi Ballard. If you are new to listening to me, feel free to check out my website, growingforward.biz, B-I-Z, and find me on all the social media outlets. I believe Twitter and Instagram are Badass Business Coach. Also put Taskmaster Sandi out there because I do like to keep people on task, right? And love to have you connect with me. And if you do, please message me so I know you're a listener, because it's always cool to hear from people that you're one of my listeners. So welcome back, and thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing the podcast. And because, there's always somebody else out there that might need to hear something a little different. So I appreciate that. And last couple weeks, I have talked about giving yourself a break, rewarding your hard work with something other than more work, and realizing you do deserve the time away, the massage, the day off, the new pair of jeans, pedicures, manicures, sitting at a bar, whatever it is you do. Because I realized I don't give myself the permission to deserve things like I should. And, being workaholics isn't always what it's cracked up to be, right? And how you get that is by staying focused. How do you get that reward? Is by staying focused and doing hard work, right? It's not the effort, because we all put in effort, but are we kicking ass and working hard, right? Last week I spoke with 3 clients who actually, they're all relatively new. One has only come into me twice now. And they all had some sort of kind of makeshift list. And if you know me, you know I love my to-do lists, right? They might write stuff down. One had a journal, but she even laughed. She loved the journal her husband bought her, but she tends to not open it up to look at it until after the fact, right? And then it turns into the, oh shit, look what I haven't done yet, right? They try to keep all of them try to keep it in their head. They kept saying they didn't have the time. One was, I don't have the time to work out, even though one of her goals is to lose 25 pounds. I don't have time to take on more clients, despite the fact that I need to generate more income. Once we went through a whiteboard exercise and actually put their calendar on the whiteboard, they all realized they had time. It was just the lack of focus, time management, that is keeping them scattered and not accomplishing things. And the one realized she had been overscheduling herself. She had come in about a few weeks ago, and she'd been kicking ass, but man, she was exhausted. And she'd been overscheduling herself, which causes her to not be, not just be exhausted, but also to fall behind on other things that need to get done, right? So what can all this lead up to? All this spinning, all this thinking too much about everything. Yep. Burnout, right? You're all shaking your heads. Yes, burnout. We've all been there, right? One of my clients I've talked about quite a bit, who said, I feel like I'm running in quicksand. Well, he finally realized he had to check out. His wife had a conference out of state, and he decided to go with her. And he had to. He wasn't listening to me. He wasn't focusing on anything. He was doing a lot of shit, but he was spinning in circles, doing a lot of stuff that kind of moved him forward, but didn't really. He was moving so fast, he was missing important things. He wasn't being efficient. And so technically, he was overwhelmed and burned out. So now he's back, and he can look at what's in front of him with a clear head. And my other client has her marching orders to take Monday to finish up the nagging loose ends, the tasks that need to get done. I don't know necessarily that she's avoiding them. I don't know yet that she's avoiding them. It's just a matter of she hasn't been able to get to them because she's overscheduling herself. Overscheduling yourself can be a way to avoid as well. But for right now, she's looking at Monday, today, of taking the day off and finishing up those loose ends, we talked through some things on how to adjust and modify, getting her list out of her crazy big notepad and onto a wall, onto like a whiteboard or some glass, some marker board of some sort, so she can see them, and then she can take some tasks with her in a notepad if she needs to, if she's on the road. But it's a matter of, she created that solution for her challenges that she feels good about doing and moving forward, that will help her manage her calendar instead of it controlling her. Many times burnout comes in the form of being sick. Yep, one of the women, when she just, come in, we just met on Friday, she was like, I'm never sick. We've all heard people say that. I'm never sick. Why am I sick? Well, that's your body telling you that you're done because you didn't listen to your head or pick up on any of the signs that you needed to slow down, quit rewarding your hard work with more work, right? It's so hard when you have so much to do to stop. But if you've listened to me for a while, you've heard me say, if you're not running at 100%, what are you giving to everybody else? The shit that's left over, right? So none of these clients really had a system that they followed to help them. And now they do. Now it's time to practice the system, make adjustments so it works for them. Again, if you've listened to me for a while, you know I say quite often, there's no one magic system that works for everyone. No quick fix, right? How I write out my to-do list might not work for you. And so this week, it's about checking yourself, your mindset, your attitude, your physical health. Are you following a system to keep you focused? Are you giving yourself a break? Or are you on the crazy train, fast-tracked to burnout, right? So spend a few minutes now looking at what you've accomplished this month. It is almost then, it's 25th of February. What have you accomplished this month? What have you accomplished so far this year? How are you feeling? Do you feel good? Have you accomplished a lot? Well, maybe you need to step it up a bit. If you're feeling stressed, frustrated, overwhelmed, perhaps sick, and you never get sick, then we need to schedule time to talk. Honestly, both things. I've worked with people who are like, yeah, I know I can push myself, but I kind of like it here in my fuzzy slipper, t-shirt, and comfy jeans world, right? So if you're accomplishing things too easily so far this year, then contact me, sballard@growingforward.biz. Message me. However you get a hold of me, let's talk and let's make sure you are on the right track to kick ass this year, all right? Because I know I am, and I'm having a blast, and I want you to as well. Have a great week, and I look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.